Hey YouTube, today we're in San Francisco and I'm about to go on my first ever full self-driving taxi ride with the company Cruise. And right here on my phone, if you look, we actually are using their app and I'm about to request my first ever robo ride. And I'm so excited. And let's see how well this vehicle actually does. As you see here, it says our ride will arrive in about 7 minutes, so we'll update you soon. All right, our Cruise ride just got here and I'm about to get inside. I'm gonna use the app to unlock the vehicle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here and click unlock doors. I clicked it. And there goes, I heard the click. Let's see if we can get in. It says I now have 4 minutes and 12 seconds to start my ride. So let's see if it works. Oh, door is unlocked. Now I'm gonna go in and start my own ride. I'll see you on the inside. All right, guys, we're now in a self-driving Cruise taxi. I'm here with Daniela, who is a product manager over at Cruise. So she's hopefully gonna answer some great questions for us. I'm gonna go here. We have a screen actually right here in front of us. It tells us to start our ride. You can barely see it, but here we go. We're gonna hit start our ride. And it says, let's cruise. Again, you can see that there's absolutely no one in the driver's seat. Okay, so YouTube, if you can see, I'm gonna switch to my phone right here. You can see we actually have a screen in front of us with a map that's showing us our destination. So it looks like we're gonna make a little funky little turns around here. So that should show us a little bit more of the complications of what this vehicle can do. And we're also gonna go through Golden Gate Park, which I'm very excited about. I absolutely love Golden Gate Park. So I'm excited for this ride. So far it's doing pretty good. We are stopping at all stop signs, going through all green lights just very efficiently. It's very natural to be in this vehicle right now. Yeah. I literally feel like I'm in an Uber and there's actually a human there and I'm trying so hard not to look at the driver's seat because I know as soon as I realize that there's no one there. It's so weird because it's driving so confidently and smooth.
That's our goal, you know. You're not even feeling that you're in a self-driving car. You're forgetting about it.
I used to skateboard this every single day and now I'm in a RoboTaxi.
That's awesome.
Wow.
So you just yielded to this pedestrian here?
Yes, I will say, yeah, YouTube, I don't know if you could see that on one of our cameras up front, but we did. There was a pedestrian crossing the crosswalk on our right as we were making that right-hand turn, and it did a very good job at yielding for that pedestrian. Right now, we're doing a very comfortable yield on a right-hand turn right now, because the light is red and traffic is coming heavily from our left. Traffic from the left is slowing down now, and the light appears to now turn green. Now the light is turning green, the vehicle is turning right very smoothly, very elegantly, I have to admit. If I had some coffee back here and some tea without a lid, it would not be spilling. That is how smooth this vehicle is driving. So it doesn't have the analytics. I used to just literally tell people what's going on because I can't really see everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then you can actually really see stuff. The light did just turn green, so that's good. And as soon as the light turns green, it just intuitively just starts going and doesn't quick accelerate. It doesn't go even slow. I mean, it goes the perfect speed. Now we're making a right-hand turn here on a narrow, dark, somewhat side street towards the University of San Francisco. We're actually going towards their mission, and it's doing a really good job. Right in front of us, we actually have pedestrians double parked in an SUV with 3 of them outside. Looks like they're taking some luggage out, and the car does a very, very good job of slowing and going around them to the left. Doesn't stop, doesn't hesitate. It does just a perfect job as a human Uber driver would do, and I'm quite amazed. Now we're here making a right-hand turn at the mission, or I should say the church chapel of the University of San Francisco. Go Dons, used to go there. It does a really good right-hand turn. This place is actually a really hard place to drive. We're gonna see another Cruise driver over here on the left. That's cool. I used to drive this road every day in college, and it is a pain in the butt to drive these roads, especially because of the hills and the angles of attack it has to take. And it's doing a very good job right now.
If you want to hear something interesting about our hardware, so this is quite a hilly road that we went up through, right?
Yes.
And you think about how hard it is for a human driver to see well on those kinds of roads.
Up or to the right, and through every little angle or easy to see.
So this is exactly where self-driving cars can be super beneficial, because we don't have that limitation. We have this huge 360-degree view. We can see further away from what humans would do, so we felt confident going through this DPV because we knew that there's not going to be anything there.
That's incredible. Yeah, I mean, it's very intuitive the way it's driving right now. I very much have to say it drives better than some humans I've even driven with. It drives very, very, very nice. And like I said, I've driven in this area before in college, and it's really hard for me to go up on a hill and look right when there's another hill right there, and you can't really see over and under through the dip. But this car did a really good job of handling that and maneuvering it better, I would say, than even I did sometimes back in the day.
Yeah. Living in San Francisco, I know what you mean.
Yes. I'd love to see this thing do Lombard Street one day, but I mean, but I'm sure everyone would love to.
Yeah.
So yeah, fun fact about the Lombard Street. I personally have geofenced it for Tesla on their software side. So fun fact on YouTube, if you didn't know it, Lombard Street has been geofenced at least one time in its life, on one iteration or two on FSD beta. So anyone at Tesla who thinks geofencing is bad, well, they do it. So is this a level 3 system, level 4 system? Level 3, it's level 4, I assume, because level 3 you have to have someone in the driver's seat.
Exactly. So I think the big difference is that with us, there is zero human intervention. There is no way you can take control over the vehicle. So that puts you in a place where you can go fall asleep here and everything's going to be okay. We're going to get you wherever you want safely.
Really?
Yeah. So that's not a level 3 kind of vehicle, right?
No. Which is what all these other car manufacturers are doing, like right now, like Mercedes and and like Volkswagen and everyone. They're trying to go after a level 3 system currently.
Yeah.
But they're mostly probably only at level 2s.
Very different products.
Yes.
It's not self-driving. Right?
Yes. I feel like their products, it's almost it should be a crime to put self-driving on the title of something like that.
Yeah, I think that's right, because they are driving assistants. That's what they are.
Exactly. It's an ADAS.
We definitely don't fall under this category. Different product. We're not doing advanced driver assistant system at all.
Yeah.
We're doing a driver.
So YouTube, I don't know if you've noticed, but several times now I've been looking over here at Daniela or just kind of talking with you as the viewer, audience member. I've multiple times just taken my eyes off the road and just let the car do its thing. And if this was a Tesla, I would be shitting myself right now for taking my eyes off the roads for even 5 seconds. So this is quite astonishing, which I'm sure I've said a lot tonight, but the future is here. And right now, November 2nd, 2022 is the day I realized that full self-driving cars are probably going to be a part of our future. And even though there's companies that there's a lot of companies that just folded this week, unfortunately, that apparently couldn't really make the product, but I think this is probably one of the most revolutionary weeks for self-driving vehicles, because while others are folding, there's companies like Cruise that are expanding, and it just shows you who's the winner, who's the David, who's the Goliath. And I think sometimes the turtle will win the race, and I think Cruise has done it. Like, I'm astonished. Right now we're crossing 19th Avenue, and anyone who knows San Francisco knows 19th Avenue is a clusterfuck, and we just handle it like nothing.
I'm having so much fun. I mean, what you're saying is exactly right. Cruise is the first company to actually offer a commercial service in a big US city.
Yes.
And just let that sink in. This is big. We're operating in San Francisco. We're charging for it. It is happening right here, right? So you can't really dismiss that.
Yeah, I mean, there's companies like Waymo who, you could say for years now have had driverless taxi rides in Arizona, but those are in some suburb towns that don't really have the same population or density that a city like San Francisco would have. So you guys are the first commercial RoboTaxi in a major city, you're saying?
Yeah, we believe that San Francisco is just one of the hardest places to drive.
Yes.
So, being able
Having grown up here, I can agree.
Yeah, being able to launch a service here is quite big. You know what's crazy? Every time I see us interacting with pedestrians, they're just used to us. They're like, I'm just gonna cross.
I haven't seen a single pedestrian that has actually made a double check to the car.
Yeah.
They just think that that's gonna stop.
Yeah.
And they're that confident with the system, even on the outside.
So, don't you think it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
People are walking down the street, they see a car without a driver, and they feel comfortable saying, like, okay, I'm just gonna cross here. Like, we as a humanity are starting to feel comfortable with robots around us.
The human psychology behind it is just unbelievable. We could probably go on for hours about it. But
it gets me really excited.
That is odd, yeah. That everyone just finds it normal in this city. But whereas if you drop this somewhere in like, not to be rude, but like, I'm not trying to be rude, but Ohio, for instance, someone might be like, oh my God, there's a car with no one in it. What's going on? They may have never seen it before, and so it's new to them. But here, it's just second nature to the people here.
Yeah.
So right now the vehicle is turning right. It's doing so very safely, and unlike the Tesla, it avoided the bollards. Now we're back on a side street, actually pretty wide but dark side street. The car is doing a very good job of staying on the right side of the street, while also giving enough room so that way if anyone opens their car door, they can't hit the vehicle, which I very much do appreciate. That's how I would drive as a human, and I won't get too close to the vehicles on the side, while also giving ample room for another vehicle to pass, coming the other direction. We just had a stop sign. Again, it did a really good job of the stop sign. Didn't stop too long, didn't stop for too short, and it didn't hit the brakes at all, like too hard.
Yeah. That felt really smooth.
Here's a speed bump, and it's, wow, it did a really good job detecting the speed bump. We're going over it at 7 miles an hour, and it actually only went over it on the right side, and then it used the left wheels to go through the middle of the speed bump, which actually has no bump in it, which is what a human driver would do. Oh my God, it only affects half the car. That's literally what those are designed for humans to do exactly that, and the car is doing it. I am blown away. It's literally programmed to know how to avoid a speed bump the best it can while legally going over it. Now we're making a very safe left-hand turn at a 4-stop intersection. Does a good job. I give it a 9 out of 10 on that turn. And we're just safely and comfortably going down Geary Street now. Which, if most people in San Francisco know, Geary is a very poppin' bar scene, but odd enough, here on a Thursday, there's not a lick or a soul here.
Yeah. What's up, SF?
Yeah, I thought, where's all the boba people at? There must be more just, you know, east. All right, again, we had another stop sign. It does a really good job at making sure that it's safe to go through. Sometimes, I mean, obviously, me as a human may have rolled it and gone through it a little quicker, but as a RoboTaxi, it does exactly as it should. Wow. Daniela, you and your team have made an exquisite product. This is incredible. Holy shit, I just remembered there's no driver. Holy shit. I like literally looked over and saw, like, it's just so bizarre. I feel like there's someone like remotely controlling this through like an RC in the cloud, but like, nope. It's just a bunch of neural networks firing on a silicone board using a bunch of sensors to guide me through a real world. This is the most advanced neural network system I've ever been in, and I've worked in Intel neural network labs.
I gotta tell you, what you're saying right now is what we hear from most of our customers.
Really?
At the very beginning, it's really exciting, but very quickly they just forget.
Yeah.
They go and look at their phone, they start being busy with their own life, and just forget they're driving, which is a success for us.
I'm so busy trying to film this that I just 2 minutes ago forgot there was even a driver.
Which I think is like the whole point of self-driving car. You get your time back, you get to focus on whatever is important for you, and you don't have to worry about the driving at all.
It's incredible. I mean, because like, usually when I'm in a self-driving vehicle, it's like the Tesla full self-driving vehicles. And so you do have a driver in the passenger seat. You are able to take over if need be. So that's what I know for self-driving vehicles. Even level 3, you might not have to take over, but there's still someone who has to sit there. So this is my first experience of a level 4 vehicle, and because of that, my second nature is to think like, hey, someone's there and to take over just in case. But I keep reminding myself no one's there, and it's quite incredible. So now we are going to cross right now we're going to cross Fulton Street, and we're going to go into Golden Gate Park on 25th Avenue, which is going to be quite interesting. Actually, we're on 43rd. But anyways, we're now going to be entering the Golden Gate Park, and let's see how well it does in nature.
Yeah, let's do it.
And here we go. This is so incredible. Oh, there was a car that came like almost head on, like not head on, but came like there was a car coming on the other direction, and the car did such a good job of just like managing even with the bright headlights.
Yeah, we didn't even feel it, did we?
Yeah, like my Tesla sometimes would give a hesitancy brake right there, but this car just kept chucking along. Everything was safe. I've never once, by the way, YouTube, felt a single phantom brake this entire drive. Comment down below how many times you felt phantom brake down in your Tesla, though. I'm curious to know. All right, now we're gonna make a right-hand turn in an area that's completely pitch black. You can barely see anything. There's a vehicle on our left who got there after us by just half a second. The car knows that we have the right of way. It's going, and the other car waited for us, and we went right through the intersection super smoothly, very quick. I'm gonna shut up, YouTube. I just can't. It's so nice. I feel like a broken record. Yeah. We're going about 20 miles an hour, which is very comfortable. I believe this. What's the speed limit through here? Like, yeah, I think the speed limit is 20 in Golden Gate Park, so it's doing a good job here. There are vehicles behind us, but again, no one's on our butt. The car is doing a good job of going at the flow of what traffic should be. Now we're at a stop sign, again, in the middle of absolutely nowhere, where it's pretty dark. Another vehicle is at the stop sign. They have the right of way, and the car does a very good job of waiting for them to go and then continuing through the intersection. Even despite all the weird objects on the road and signs, it's doing a good job of detecting the speed bump, which I almost did not see. And again, it positions the wheels in a very good spot where only half the vehicle actually gets affected by that bump, which is something that you would only ever see in human nature. Once again, we're at another stop sign. Another vehicle is going much quicker and shows they want to have the right of way. So the vehicle, even though we got there first, it is going to give the right of way to the other vehicle who is being more, how to say, aggressive in that situation. And it safely takes us through the intersection. We've officially gone through Golden Gate Park, and now we're going to be crossing back over into the suburb of the city. Wow, that was quite impressive.
Yeah.
I am so amazed by, yeah. I mean, do you want to say anything?
I mean, this crossing we just had right now, me as a human driver, it's so hard for me to cross because you have to cross two-way streets, right? We just did that so smoothly. Me as a human driver would have maybe questioned what the other people were doing a little bit more than even the car did. We have another speed bump here.
No, it slowed down twice right there, as if there was 2 speed bumps on this road in spots that actually would legally be the proper distance between 2 speed bumps if there were some on that block, which I will mention, which I guess it would be a bit of a fluke, but we can't say for sure that's what was happening, but that's what it felt like to me. But there were no speed bumps there, but still, no harm, no foul. The car never went below 15 miles an hour, and we're still going on our way to our destination. Oh, should I change this?
You can change it also when we arrive.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
We're almost to our destination. Wow. Once again, we're at another stop sign. It's doing a good job here. We did stop here for longer than a normal person would stop, but that was just the car slowly creeping up to the line, and I don't think it had to do with it actually staying stopped for long. It just kind of went through it a little bit more like a snail, but doing great now. Another stop sign here. It's slowing down, again, not too abruptly, very calmly. Another car is now here, and they are going, but they're turning right, and even in the middle of their turning right, the car decides to go. There was a vehicle on our right that was approaching the intersection as we were in the middle of it, and the car did do a 2-mile-an-hour slowdown just in case to give the right amount of time for it to be able to go in front of us if it was running the stop sign, but the vehicle did not run, and so the car continued to go through. I really like how it's doing that calculation and that thought process even after it's through the intersection.
Yeah, defensive driving is what it is. We make sure that, while we know the rules of the road, we know we have the right of ways, we also know how to predict when something might go wrong.
Yeah.
And we take that into account in our risk calculation. So, you can't expect humans to always follow the road. You've driven
road
yourself,
rules.
yeah.
I mean, how the way I drive is already should be, no one drives perfect.
Yeah, for sure. So you can't, the car is programmed to be to follow the rules and be as safe as it can. But we also have to run some calculation around what is the probability of that person actually, running that red light or running that stop sign. And
yeah, I was hearing someone, okay, let me annotate this. So right now we have to make a left-hand turn across what would be a busy street. This would be Feeland, and it does a really good job. There were 2 vehicles that we did not have the right of way, and the vehicles sensed that they did not have the right of way and allowed us to go through. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, this is perfect.
What I was gonna say is that also I've seen on some other people's rides that that like it even senses if someone's gonna maybe possibly open the car door and predicts even that.
Exactly.
Which I think is incredible. All right, so right now the car says that we've gotten to our destination. We are here. It's telling me to make sure that I got everything that
You've arrived. You can unbuckle your seatbelt now. As
Yeah.
you exit on the
You can hear.
sidewalk side, watch out for bikes and cars, and make sure you've got all your things. Thanks for riding with Cruise.
I'm very glad it actually talks to you, because if Daniela wasn't here, I probably would have fallen asleep and it would have woken me up and I would have been at my destination, which is so incredible.